What is going on, everybody? It is Luke again, and we are going to be talking about stacking cashback in terms of a brand new seller. This is vital to get this prepared in advance for selling on Amazon, because the amount of money that you can make is mind-blowing, and the amount that I probably lost out on is probably even worse. And I'm going to be talking over all of the different platforms that I combine to give me the most overall bonus, because this is cashback. I see it as a bonus, so I don't really apply it in terms of, oh, am I making, is it, do I take 10% off if I'm making 10% or 5%? Normally no, because it's no guarantee, and so you treat that as a bonus separately, because some stuff can be declined. So if you took it into consideration that you're going to have a 10%, 5% discount, and it was declined, then you might be losing money on Amazon selling your product. So that's why it's best to do it like that. So number one, top cashback. You can clearly see how much they paid me so far, and that's over the last 2.5 years. And the way that I do my Amazon business now is a lot of wholesale and stuff like that, and of course with that you're not going to get cashback. So as I've progressed, I've pretty much got less from places like Top Cashback and some of the others, but not to say that it's necessarily cheap, a low amount of money. It just means that compared to a lot of what I'm doing now, it's not really part of the game. But over Q4 it still can be nice. I think £3 bonus here and there. I think £5 is maybe my best Christmas from cashback, with many different cashback websites that I've sort of combined together. And some people will probably maximise that way better because they're focused on only stuff to do with getting discounts, where I focus a lot more on the areas where the retail stores that just don't have any discounts at all, and for example, a lot of the supermarkets don't have them. So if you're ordering from there, you can't really often find places that actually give you cashback anyway. So always check, just type it in, takes 2 seconds, click the link, and then just use that, and the amount of money that you're making is crazy. So number 2 from Top Cashback is going to be Quidco. Now, I used to just use Top Cashback, but then I started to notice that then both of them have different offers, and sometimes it's good just to go, let's just go Wilco here. That's not Wilco, but awesome. Like that. Have a quick check here. What is it saying? Online purchases 2.8. Online purchase over £80. Interesting. 11.2. That's really good. That's actually even better than I thought it'd be. And you go here, Wilco, up to 10%. So you're already losing out here. And it's different. It's 10% per purchase over 100. But you see, and so what you can do is you can just go ahead and quickly, you'll probably get familiar with the places where you either have them or don't. But that's the quick way that I would do it, because it's spend £100. That's like, well, on here it's like £11, 20 back. And on here it's £10 back, but you've got to spend more money, or 2%. And so really it can add up. If you're doing £1,000 a day, or £500, a couple of £100 here and there, that definitely adds up. So number 3 for me is not necessarily a cashback site, but it is in a way. So it's Honey. What Honey is it's your Chrome extension. So join and add the Chrome extension, and when you're in a basket, you're going to check out, you can click the link and it will try to give you a discount code. And many times it will be good. I won't know of a place that I'll know of a place that I can't find a discount code, and it will give you a discount code, even if it's 3%. But it's just free money off, and then you'll also get rewarded with Honey Gold, like a little bit of a thank you for using their service. You accrue, you build up and accrue lots of the Honey Gold, and then you can redeem them for things like Amazon vouchers. And I've done that. I think I got like £90, and yeah, that isn't as grand as £5 from Top Cashback, but it adds up. You add that 90 with the other £5 with the other XYZ from Quidco. I didn't show you, but so far since maybe the last 6 months is that much. So it's not massive, because I don't as I said, wholesale's mostly the game now. Christmas, I'm able to buy a lot more from these. I mainly utilise cashback at Christmas now, but for newer sellers, that'll be applicable for all the time periods. Now I'm going to move on to paid services. So these are paid places where you pay and you get discounts. And I've used two, and I rotate between them consistently. You've got Complete Savings. I've had about many tries with them before. They've been amazing at times and terrible at times over the years. And finally they've started to be okay again. And what you do is very simple. You basically you pay £15 a month, and you will then get access to this. So for example, you type in Wilco. The good thing about this is that the payments are very quick. It's like a 2-week process, where something like Wilco, sometimes it takes, it doesn't say that, it takes 6 months potentially, so you could also add that into it. Obviously you can see it's 10%. And the good thing about it is that you can get up to £250 a month. So there were times when I was doing away, I was getting 250 quid every month because I was really refining it down. Problem is, if you put too much through them in a row, too much volume of sales and so purchases, they flag it as suspicious and they block the account. They close down your account. So this is an account that I've now started to use on the side, just for some extra bit of cash. I'm not putting through 400, 500 grand stuff. Not 500 grand, 400 pounds orders like 3 times a day, that kind of thing. Just do 80 quid here, a couple of days later do 50 quid, 100, maybe a week later than that, just to make it look like it's a retail person, because otherwise they will close down your account pretty quickly, and then you'll get nothing. So I'd rather get some money. Here you can see within a month I'm like 50 quid, 30, 40, 50 something, 55-ish. Yeah, 50 and a bit. And, it's not even, we're only at the 7th, and I haven't got anything else paid. So we'll see, won't we? So it might not last forever, but so far so good. And then the last one is delivery deals. Now I can't sign in because I haven't got an account, but you can actually sign up, I believe. And they're very similar to Top Cashback. Not Top Cashback. They're very similar to Complete Savings. They offer pretty much the same retailers, sometimes slightly different retailers, and they give you very similar discounts. It's £10 a month, not 15, and you can claim £1,000 all at once, but only once every 12 months. So that's again it. But again, don't put a lot of volume through thinking like I'll make £1,000 in a month. They close down your account. So they're a lot better at that. They used to be a lot worse, and now they've clocked onto people doing that, and now they're being cautious. So that again is something I would, if you can only get it once every 12 months, take 12 months to get it. It's the same outcome, isn't it? At least you'll get all that rather than potentially only getting a little bit and then getting your account blocked. Yeah. I've used them before. I've maxed out £1,000 before, but then other times I've tried, I've been basically not blocked, like the account's been deactivated or whatever. So currently I don't use them. I didn't use Top Cashback, so I didn't use a lot of these for a while, but I've recently started to refine them back again because they were, like what you'll see on Top Cashback is, I don't know if you can see it here. But there's a lot on here which is declined over the oh, you can't see it right now, but there's a lot that's been declined, £7,000. So you'll find that periodically certain websites would be really good, and some will be terrible, and it rotate. It won't always be the same. Like Complete Savings always, like for 2 or 3 times in a row, blocks me after like one purchase. But now it seems like I left it a year or something, and now it seems to be working alright. Same with I used to sell a lot over Christmas, and a lot of those got declined. Whoops, sorry about that. A lot of those got declined, and then I started to retry in sort of March, and it all went through. So it could be that they're reining back on that kind of thing over Q4, or people's sort of whoever's in charge changes. But you will find it's potentially hit and miss, and that's why I never add it as a percentage on the sales, because there's no guarantee you're going to get it. If you're adding all 5 of these to your arsenal from day one, you'll be making hundreds, if not thousands, within the first year just on this. So even if you didn't make that much money on Amazon, you might make a couple of grand. Let's just say you only had like $1,000 to start with, and you were just sort of doing it part time. Even if you only made like another $1 or $2 grand, you could make 2, 3, 4 grand, because it's reinvested cash. So it's like if you have $1,000 and you spend 500 quid on stock, you get back 600. You then spend that 600 again. Through the cashback sites, you spent 1,100, but really, that's your original 500 quid with an extra £100 profit. So you're able to put through their side a lot more activity than what you are actually doing, because you've only got 600 quid in your hand, but on their records it says you spent £1,100. You see, and that's where if you keep recycling that process, you can put through a lot and get a lot of cash back. And the final one that I'll get you to look at separately that isn't related to this is, when you get a little bit more mature in the Amazon game and you feel confident, there are some credit cards that are really good with cashback, and there's many that I've been able to make £300-400 on a month, because I've got a good limit and it's 1% or something. So I'm able to actually maximize that as well. But that's something that you've got to be a lot more advanced in Amazon, be confident in your abilities and confident you're going to succeed and make money. You know what you're doing, rather than at the beginning everything's more looking for it to be risk-free, costs at 0 if possible. So yeah, but that's something to bear in mind for the future. Gonna leave it there, everyone. Hope you liked it, and I'll see you on the next one.